Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started.
Hey friends, how's it going? Big question today. Is McLaren sabotaging Oscar Piastri's car, or has the Australian simply lost his confidence? Both the driver and the team have spoken out about what's been happening in recent races, which ultimately cost Piastri the championship lead for the first time since April. Let's break it all down. And of course, a video this complete deserves your subscription. We're entering the decisive stretch of the season, heading toward the Brazilian Grand Prix, and you don't want to miss any of the action. So make sure you're subscribed, notifications on, and drop a like. That way YouTube alerts you whenever a new video comes out, always with the very best of Formula One. Now, back to Piastri. The young Australian hasn't been in his best form this season. At the Mexican Grand Prix, he once again suffered from a mysterious lack of pace compared to his teammate Lando Norris, and that poor performance cost him the championship lead. In qualifying, he was more than half a second slower than Norris, only managing P7 on the grid, and that was with help from Carlos Sainz's penalty. This isn't just a one-off. For several races now, Piastri has looked unsettled, making small mistakes and struggling to match Norris's rhythm. And naturally, when that happens, the rumors start flying. Some fans are already speculating that McLaren might be giving preference to Norris, or even, in the more extreme theories, sabotaging Piastri's car. But what's really going on? Piastri himself addressed the situation this week. He admitted he initially wondered if there might be lingering damage from the United States GP, where the bumpy track made the car bottom out badly. But after a detailed analysis with the team, they found no signs of mechanical failure. Team principal Andrea Stella was very clear. There is nothing wrong with the car. Instead, Stella pointed to driving style and track conditions. He explained that Norris excels in situations with low grip and sliding tires, exactly what we saw in Austin and Mexico, while Piastri shines on high grip circuits where his precise style works best. Stella reminded everyone that this is still only Piastri's 3rd season in Formula One, and that ups and downs like this are part of his development curve. During practice sessions, engineer Tom Stollard noticed that Norris was gaining significant time in the heavy braking zones, especially at turns 1 and 12. Piastri tried to adapt, braking later and stretching his deceleration to match Norris's approach, but that adjustment cost him speed in other areas, particularly the fast-flowing sections and the stadium sector. In other words, the gap wasn't about equipment, but about adapting to conditions. Piastri reinforced this message in his own words. He admitted in the last 2 races he hasn't been able to use his natural style of driving. Instead, he's been forced to tweak things, which left him less comfortable behind the wheel. But he was adamant. He hasn't lost confidence or ability. It's just a matter of adjustment, and he believes that analyzing these experiences will make him stronger for the upcoming rounds. He also pushed back firmly on the idea that McLaren has been favoring Norris. According to Piastri, the cars haven't changed in weeks, and his dip in performance has nothing to do with the machinery. It's about adapting to the unique challenges of recent circuits. Looking ahead, Stella is confident Piastri will bounce back quickly, pointing to Interlagos as a track more suited to his strengths. The team expects him to use the Mexican Grand Prix as a learning experience and return to fighting at the front. Still, the reality is harsh. The championship lead is gone, and if Piastri doesn't recover fast, Norris or even Verstappen could take full advantage. The next few races will be crucial to prove whether this is just a temporary slump or a real turning point in the title battle. So now I turn it over to you. Do you think McLaren has truly been fair with both drivers, or is there an internal push to make Norris the clear number 1? And most importantly, can Piastri recover in time to still fight for the title? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Hey friends, welcome back. Today's headline is a major shocker. Hackers have breached FIA systems and gained access to Max Verstappen's personal data. Let's break it all down for you right here on GP at Home. According to reports, the FIA suffered a serious cybersecurity incident this week after vulnerabilities were discovered in its online portal. This system holds sensitive personal data for hundreds of drivers across multiple categories, including Formula One. Among the compromised files were records belonging to 4-time world champion Max Verstappen. The breach came to light when a user on social media platform X revealed that he and two other cybersecurity specialists had identified a critical flaw. They created a test account on the FIA portal and, shockingly, were able to promote themselves to administrator status without any verification. The flaw, described as a Mesa segment vulnerability, essentially tricked the FIA server into trusting malicious commands, giving outsiders unrestricted access. With this admin clearance, the group could view documents such as Verstappen's super license, passport details, and private contact information. The hackers claim, however, that they did not download or copy any files. Instead, they say the test was performed only to prove the vulnerability. After confirming the exposure, they reported it directly to the FIA and even assisted in fixing the issue. In an official statement, the FIA acknowledged the incident, confirmed that corrective measures were implemented, and stated that both the data protection authorities and the affected drivers had been notified. The governing body insisted that no other systems, such as live race control or technical scrutineering networks, were compromised. They also emphasized their ongoing investments in cybersecurity and digital resilience. Still, the revelation has raised tough questions. How could such a basic flaw exist in a system holding passports, licenses, and personal contacts of the world's most high-profile drivers? Fans and analysts alike are stunned that a relatively simple exploit left Verstappen's data, and potentially that of dozens of other F1 and junior category drivers, vulnerable. Cybersecurity experts point out that sports organizations are becoming increasingly attractive targets. Sensitive data, combined with the prestige of global sports like Formula One, creates a perfect storm. In many cases, it isn't professional cybercriminals, but ethical hackers who discover these flaws first, exposing weaknesses that should have been patched long ago. For Verstappen, this incident highlights the risks of being one of the most recognizable faces in motorsport. While no evidence suggests his information was stolen or misused, the mere fact that hackers could access his records underscores the urgency for tighter data protection in F1. So, what do you think? Was this a careless oversight by the FIA, failing to safeguard their drivers' information? Or in today's digital world, is it simply inevitable that hackers will eventually find a way into almost any system? Drop your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your perspective on this surprising off-track drama.
Estamos aquí para traerte, como siempre, las noticias más candentes y la información de primera mano directamente desde el paddock de la Fórmula 1. Hoy tenemos un bombazo informativo que concierne al futuro de una de las escuderías más importantes de la parrilla y a uno de los talentos emergentes de Latinoamérica. Así que, antes de entrar en materia, asegúrate de estar suscrito a Grand Prix y de tener la campanita de notificaciones activada. La temporada 2025 está entrando en su recta final y no querrás perderte absolutamente ningún detalle de lo que se está cociendo para 2026. Vamos a grano. Como saben, la temporada 2025 ha sido extremadamente complicada para el equipo Alpine. Los resultados no han llegado y el coche ha estado muy por debajo de las expectativas. Sin embargo, en las oficinas de Enstone no se duerme. Todas las miradas están puestas en el futuro, concretamente en la crucial temporada 2026, que traerá consigo un cambio radical de reglamento técnico. En las últimas semanas, la gran pregunta en el paddock era quién acompañaría a Pierre Gasly en esta nueva era para el equipo francés. Recordemos que Gasly, el pilar de experiencia del equipo, ya tiene su futuro asegurado con una renovación de contrato que lo vincula al Alpine hasta finales de 2028. La estabilidad de Pierre era la primera pieza del rompecabezas. Pero, ¿y el segundo asiento? La gran incógnita. Pues bien, según nueva información que nos llega desde la reputada publicación Racing News, parece que Alpine ha tomado una decisión definitiva. El equipo francés está listo para anunciar la continuidad de Franco Colapinto como su segundo piloto para la temporada 2026. Todo indica que el anuncio oficial es inminente. Las fuentes sugieren que Alpine planea hacer pública la noticia la próxima semana, aprovechando el marco incomparable del Gran Premio de Brasil. La elección de Interlagos para este anuncio no es casual y responde a una estrategia de marketing muy inteligente por parte de la escudería. En primer lugar, se espera una afluencia masiva de aficionados argentinos en Sao Paulo, brindando a Colapinto un apoyo espectacular en el momento de su confirmación. En segundo lugar, y quizás más importante desde el punto de vista comercial, uno de los patrocinadores personales más fuertes de Franco, Mercado Libre, tiene una presencia de mercado gigantesca en Brasil. De esta manera, Alpine une lo útil con lo agradable. Un golpe de efecto mediático arropado por los fans y un gesto de valor hacia sus socios comerciales en un territorio clave. Hagamos un poco de memoria. Franco Colapinto, el joven talento argentino de 22 años, tuvo su gran bautismo de fuego a principios de esta misma temporada 2025. Fue llamado para subirse al Alpine después del Gran Premio de Miami, en sustitución de un Jack Doohan que no cumplió con las expectativas. A pesar de heredar el que es, probablemente, el coche más débil y menos competitivo de toda la parrilla actual, Colapinto ha demostrado una notable evolución. Fin de semana tras fin de semana ha ido ganando confianza, puliendo su pilotaje y, sobre todo, ha impresionado a la cúpula directiva de Alpine con su madurez y su capacidad de adaptación. Aunque los resultados brutos no son llamativos, algo imposible con ese monoplaza, su rendimiento comparativo y su feedback técnico han agradado mucho en el box. Con esta decisión, Alpine apuesta por la continuidad y la estabilidad de su dupla de pilotos para el próximo año. Pero, ¿por qué es tan importante 2026? Como decíamos, el equipo ya ha abandonado por completo el desarrollo del coche actual. Todos los recursos, toda la atención y todas las esperanzas están depositadas en el proyecto de 2026. Será el año del gran reinicio. Y el cambio más significativo para Alpine será el abandono de sus propias unidades de potencia para pasar a ser equipo cliente de Mercedes. En Enstone existe la firme creencia de que este cambio a los motores alemanes, considerados los mejores de la era híbrida, les proporcionará la fiabilidad y la potencia necesaria para dar un salto cualitativo. El objetivo es claro, volver a ser un equipo que luche por los puntos con regularidad y lidere la zona media de la parrilla. Un detalle contractual muy interesante es que técnicamente, Franco Colapinto sigue perteneciendo al programa de jóvenes pilotos de Williams. Sin embargo, todo apunta a que el piloto argentino continuará en Alpine en calidad de cedido para el próximo campeonato. Alpine cree firmemente que Colapinto puede crecer junto a este nuevo proyecto y ser una pieza fundamental en la reconstrucción del equipo en la Fórmula 1. La apuesta es por un proyecto a largo plazo, combinando la experiencia de Gasly con la juventud y el potencial de Colapinto.